Welcome back to the Mad Spideyverse. I'm Mad Spidey. Thanks for tuning in to my channel. So today's video is going to be a movie night with Spidey. Now, obviously, if you've never seen any of these before, it is pretty much part information, part review, part trivia, whatever else you want to call it. But this is basically, it's a bit of a branch off from my collectible show, where I show things that I collect. Obviously, I collect, if you know me, not as much as what I used to, but I have quite an extensive movie and TV series / cartoon series, anime, whatever else you want to call it, sort of physical media collection. So pretty much what I'll do is I will pick a letter, which I will do at the end of this episode, and it will be I'll literally just pick a random movie or TV series or whatever, and give you the info, the trivia, and a review pretty much. So last episode I picked the letter V, and it was a little bit harder, not because I don't have much in V, it's more the fact of that where V is located in this room, there's a lot of stuff in the way. So it's very hard to get to. So I was sort of going, oh, no, I can't really reach that. Or, no, I don't really want to do that one. I can't remember it as much. Or whichever. And I'm like, oh, I'll pick that one. Probably not a movie you'd think I'd possibly own. Maybe, maybe not. You know, if you know what I sort of like. You know, I love anime. I love martial art movies. I love action movies and things like that. I still like comedies and, you know, cartoons and all that sort of stuff. But probably not as... And I'm not really a big drama sort of person, I suppose, but this is sort of sports / drama. But yeah, letter V. Varsity Blues. So it's a movie I discovered in the early 2000s. This movie was actually done in 1999, so just before the good old Y2K crap. But yeah, Varsity Blues, starring James Van Der Beek, Paul Walker, also the legendary Jon Voight. This was directed by Brian Robbins back in 1999. Basic story is it's based on a high school football team, I believe. Now I should have probably written this down. West Canaan Coyotes, I think it was. It's probably wrong, but I can't actually see it written on the blurb on the back. But so it's like a coming of age drama of a high school football team. It is based around Mox, Jonathan Moxon, which is James Van Der Beek's character, where he is the backup quarterback, not the star quarterback. Paul Walker is the star quarterback, and yeah, pretty much the story of obviously the season, the football team. Paul Walker actually gets injured. He is like, you know, the golden child. And James Van Der Beek actually takes over. Now, obviously there is the drama part of it where Coach Kilmer, played by Jon Voight, is realistically just do anything to win, but like within the regards to like people are playing with bad knees and stuff. Oh, Doc, just give him a shot and he'll be right. You know, playing through the pain, playing through the injuries. A little bit of sort of mental manipulation as well from the coach's perspective. And obviously you see the hardships that the guys go through on the team. But then obviously there's other parts to it where, you know, there's, you know, the love interests and there's a little bit of sort of, you know, suicide talk with, you know, obviously there's a big boy on the team, and you know, he sort of he gets bullied around by the coach and things like that. So there's quite a lot of topics if you really deep dive into it that goes through this. So that's probably why it's classified as a drama. But obviously, spoiler alert, all's well that ends well at the end. But obviously if you've never seen it, I won't give that part away, even though it's a very old movie. what, 26 years old. But yeah, still an absolutely awesome movie, classic movie. The other things of note, so obviously there's, you know, I like to get to some of the little trivia bits and stuff like that. Paul Walker's character, Lance Harbour, actually gets injured, as I mentioned earlier. He actually broke his leg while filming the movie. There's not much details as to how he did it, whether it was a stunt or something stupid or anything like that, but he actually broke his leg during the movie, and that's actually part of the reason why they actually turned the story towards that sort of thing. It was still sort of part of it, but it sort of coincided with the injury at the same time. So that was, quite coincidental, I suppose you could say. There is an extremely infamous scene in this. There is Ali Larter, who plays the girlfriend / love interest. Well, she's pretty much the, she has to date the star quarterback. So she's originally with Lance Harbour, obviously played by Paul Walker, and then when he gets injured, she's like, okay, we'll see you later. James Vanderbeek's character, Mox, is the new one, so she goes after him. So she sees it as her ticket out of this small hick town. The infamous whipped cream bikini scene. Most people would have heard of it, maybe not seen it, but probably would have heard of it. I know it's been parodied in some movies, like, Not Another Teen Movie, like that sort of stuff. So I think Scary Movie, maybe. But the whipped cream bikini scene is quite infamous, as I said. They didn't actually use they actually tried using whipped cream, but it wouldn't actually stick properly, and it kept, falling off and things like that. So they ended up having to use shaving cream for that particular scene. So, just a little sort of tidbit, I suppose you could say. The other thing of note is they actually planned on doing a TV series based on these characters. They decided not to go with the Mox character and Lance Harbour. They ended up, I know the Billy Bob character, who I mentioned earlier, he was going to be in the series. I don't know where they went, because there was a pilot and it never got past the pilot. So pretty much, obviously, it aired, didn't get much love, and the studio just cut it. So, but yeah, it's a nice sort of, once you get past all the crap and the hijinks, and obviously, as I said, if you analyze it a lot, there's a lot of obviously, things about suicide, bullying, obviously sort of, I suppose, drug abuse in certain aspects. And once you get sort of past that sort of subtext, it does become quite a good feel movie afterwards. So it's definitely worth a check out. If you haven't seen Varsity Blues, go and check it out. It's definitely worth a watch if you've never seen it before. The one other thing that I will say is for a Hollywood sort of movie, they had a budget of $16 million, which for a movie around the late 90s is probably not that much. But it ended up grossing over $100 million at the box office. I know it did almost the 16 million. I think it did maybe 15.5 or something on opening weekend. So they knew it was going to be a success, and for those days, 100 million from 16 million is quite a success. So definitely worth a watch if you have not seen it already. But that will be the review / info part. Obviously, we need to get out my Guardians popcorn tin. Give it a bit of a shake. A little bit of dust on it. I can see that flying everywhere. And we will pick out the next letter for the next episode. All right. I'm still dreading the day I get Q, because I think I may have 2 Q movies, if at all. All right. Let's see what we got. Oh, that one's not too bad. We got the letter T. So the letter T will be the choice for the next movie night with Spidey. Yeah, sort of having a quick look. I can get to most of the T's, which is good. You know, I can see Turtles, I can see Teen Wolf, I can see, you know, what else we got there? 21 Jump Street, Transporter, you know, I can see some anime, I can, you know, obviously Terminators, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I can see quite a lot of stuff there in T's from where I'm sitting. So yeah, just obviously I'll probably just pick something that I probably remember the most of without having to do a full rewatch or anything like that. But yeah, quite often I still do a bit of a rewatch before I actually do these videos. But that will do for this particular video. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Please do all the usual YouTube stuff. Hit the thumbs up on the way out. Leave a comment if you want to. But most of all, please hit that subscribe button. It would be greatly appreciated. Doesn't cost anything. Just hit the button. Thank you very much again. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And Spidey out.